So let's talk about continuous communication. Um, One thing that I took from my coach when I was a coachee was the end of week update. So it's an email that for me really gives it has two main advantages. For me as a coach, it gives me the opportunity to see what each one of my coaches is up to, even in times where maybe I haven't met with them or on matters that we haven't had an opportunity to discuss. Uh, for the coachee, it provides two main benefits. One, it's a breathing point. They stop for 5 minutes at the end of the week, jot down this everything that they've done, and we're going to go through what you might want to include in that email. And it gives them an opportunity to reflect on their efforts throughout the week. The second benefit of that email is it gives an opportunity to ask some questions and make some remarks that might have otherwise not have been stated. So we're going to look at some examples that I pulled out of my communication with my coaches, but here's kind of what I think is the right is a structure for such end of week emails. So it can have start with a quick overview, then a segment for questions, kind of lingering things that maybe the coachee hadn't had this opportunity to ask now the CDC or you throughout the week, but they're just wondering, and we're going to look about what kind of questions that can include. Then two main aspects, one or two main parts. One, what did the coachee do in the past week? So I met with so and so. I had coffee chat with Bain, and I sent 3 emails, got one reply for them, got an invite for a closed this event, whatever. And then what's the plan for next week? And that's very important because that if you're coaching and you look at what you did last week and you're feeling, oh, I haven't done too much throughout that week. When you devise your plan for next week, beside the scheduled items, maybe you have a briefing on Tuesday and you already have a coffee chat on Wednesday, you're thinking, okay, maybe I should talk to more employees from that company's representative of that company, or maybe more second years. So that's one of the main benefits that an end of week update. I have to say, I try to be strict about making sure that each one of my coaches send me something that is of this structure, and but with the flexibility that some coaches said, you know what, Friday afternoon, it's a great time. That's what I requested. And I had a coach saying, you know what, Sunday evening, that's when I want to send you this email. And that's perfectly fine. But if a coachee hasn't sent me one uh, for half a week after Sunday, I would start badgering them. And if there's more than a week or two, I would set up a meeting with them and make sure that they understand that this is uh, very valuable and important for me and should be for them. The second part is how to schedule meetings. This is actually an interesting topic because at the beginning, when you schedule meeting with your coaches, and you got coaches probably from all over the world with different kind of mentalities, and it's quite easy. But when you're, for example, if you're coaching, consulting, and you want to you want to give them the opportunity to have an initial case prep, and then maybe support with case preps in the middle, and then some case preps and in behavioral interview preparation toward the interviews themselves, you're finding that for 6 coaches, each meeting is like, let's say, 2 hours. So that's 12 hours. You want to spread those throughout your week, and that can be quite hectic if you just tell them, find an open slot in my schedule and just put it in. So we're going to look at the advantage of sending a slotted Excel and telling them just sign yourself up there, because that usually takes care of 4 out of the 6, and then you can manually adjust the remainder too. So let's look at an example for those emails.